Welcome to Behind the Scenes with a crypto software signal creator who's been trading for 30 years. Here comes Joe Pitts, and he's also an avid NASDAQ trader.
You're too kind.
This session is going to teach you why technical trading with software is so apparent to make really good sound decisions.
Where everything is going to be radar driven. And that's what you're seeing right here, where you have a dashboard and you just have a buy or sell. And then automatically, the different calculations from the system is just displayed in a horizontal green bar, green line. So basically this gives us the ability, like Poloniex, for example, they have 114 pairs. So this gives us the ability to scan 114 pairs in a matter of seconds and then distinguish exactly what's the best opportunity for us to be participating. So when I take a look at this example, you can see all the money is flowing into the Bitcoins and they're selling the Ether. This is just new stuff that we have, technology. Basically, I'm showing you this because this is part of the programming in the brain. So this right here, I'm going to give you an example on two different instruments. Okay, one's going to be a Ripple Bitcoin, and the other one's going to be Bitcoin Tether.
What Joe is working on is www.tradingview.com, so you can pull it up in your computer and learn how to use that also.
Some guys are really good at it, some guys aren't. Okay, but this is like really where it all began at, from a chart. Okay, now me as a developer and programmer, I'm considered a quantitative analyst. Okay, and that's a person that creates algorithms. Okay, and the best example I can give you to an algorithm is surfing. Okay, so I'm a real good surfer. Like I know how to catch the big waves, like the big kahuna. All right, so over here, this is just a blank chart. Now I'm going to show you the progression. Okay, and through this progression in here, you're going to see two products. The first product being, just the indicator package. Okay, and the second product being the auto package. Okay, both use the same methodology. The difference is the auto is automatically executed. So in my world, we take a regular chart like this, and then we start to apply the analytics. Okay, so now this is the same chart with the analytics applied. Now I simplified it piece by piece here, just to kind of make it so it's like digestible in bites. Because you're about to eat like a filet mignon, so you got to take small pieces. All right. So pretty much one of the first things in here, which is that we look for, is just distinguishing the direction of where the trend is going. You want to be a good trader, you got to be able to find trends. You got to be really good at identifying when the condition is really good and the condition can meet the expectation. Okay, so this right here, this moving average, this is like generic. Okay, it's from John Hall. Okay, and we modify it. Okay, so that it works along with the bullish or bearish alerts that we have. All right, and when we merge different codes together, okay, what happens is it creates a synchronicity. So which means is that everybody follows the same rule. Like in this platoon, when one person says yes, everybody says yes. There's not one soldier in here or within these tools, okay, where it wouldn't be in synchronicity, okay, with the algorithm of the market. So over here, when we start over here on the left, okay, and what's cool about this is this trading view. There's so many things you can do with this trading view. Like I'm really good at riding the horse, working the controls. So I'm going to put these little arrows in, just showing you some basic movement here of what's happening. Okay. So basically is that the first arrow here pointing down is right above the bearish signal. Preceding that, you'll notice that the moving average turns red, and it confirms the market price declining. Over here, the moving average turns green, and we get another arrow pointing up. This is our bullish alert. Now, what's really cool here is that these alerts go to your phone. Okay, So like, you really need to get connected because that's how things are moving in the 21st century. You know, to be a good trader doesn't mean that you have to be glued to the computer. To be a good trader means is that you're reactive to the information, okay, and you make calculated risk with the information that's presented to you. So here we're on an uptrend and we're green, okay, which is a great opportunity. Now this was last month, and I know maybe a lot of you guys are disappointed because the market didn't rally, and don't let the market fool you, okay, because the market moves in cycles and the cycle's been down. This opportunity that presented itself in here 30 days ago, every guy in here that was following these tools were in this move. And in the next cycle, that can be you. You can be in this and looking at the chart, and I can be sitting here talking, and the moving average is green, and we got all these bullish signals. The only difference is that you were a part of that success. And that's, if anything that you get from me, is that I want you to be a thinker and learn how to surf. Okay? And if you have to wait for an opportunity to catch a wave, okay, that's part of the game. Don't be discouraged by that. Everybody's looking to surf. So that's this example here, which is one part of the package, okay, of the indicators. It's actually 3 parts, which I'm going to show you. You don't have to use all 3 to win. I'm doing it piece by piece coming up. So this is the one part, which is the alerts. Okay, now the second part. The second part is called a trend direction. Okay, so basically, let me put my arrows in.
Are you still there?
Yes?
Okay, good. You're just so quiet for a second. Just want to make sure.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to just put this in here. Okay, so starting over on the left-hand side, this trend direction indicator can be used standalone, okay, or in conjunction. It was designed to be used with everything in synchronicity, okay? But as you become a better trader, you are going to find the liking to one of these or 2 of these indicators that you might like best. For me, this right here is one of my favorites because instantly I can instantly make a decision. Plus, it helps me anticipate what to do for the trading day. Okay, so over here on the left-hand side, these arrows, okay, it's right above the bullish signal, which is our buy. Now, if you look at the trend direction, okay, our bullish signal is in synchronicity with our first dollar sign in the green. So we put these cool emojis in there to make the game fun. Okay, if you can catch the first dollar, which is printed on the first bullish signal, and that'll be the first alert that goes to your phone. Bang, you got the alert. You got the opportunity to catch the first dollar, which is primo price in the beginning of the next biggest opportunity. So once you get into the market, okay, you can exit out with the dollars. You can let the dollars confirm the trend. Okay, there's different ways you can play it. But the whole thing is that's the strategy for the buys. On the sells, okay, it's the exact same rule in reverse. You're looking for bearish, and then you're looking for these cute little bears, for you catch the first little bear, and it'll pay out for you, and you'll have a really good day. I mean, that's for guys that can sell, which are outside the U.S. Anyone that's inside the U.S., unfortunately, that opportunity is not available to you. Okay, so the second part of this product is the trend direction indicator. Okay, so right now we have just reviewed this part, which is the bullish bearish alerts. Okay, the next part, which is the trend direction indicator, and the third part, which is the oscillator. Okay, now all of these instruments are all in synchronicity. This oscillator, okay, highlights some of the most, let's say, increasing buying offers or buying pressure. That's why you see the green histo area, and when you get the green histo area, you notice we have the bullish signal. So let's plot this. Okay, here's our bullish signal on the arrow, and over in here, it confirms on the oscillator. And if you notice, the oscillator is green. So some of you guys in there that you like to run these oscillators, okay, this is modified to work in synchronicity with the scripts. And this oscillator is early. I mean, because you could be saying, hey, you know what, Joe, look, it crossed here. Why didn't I get in here? Why did the signal come in here? And the reason why is that this is a leading indicator, this oscillator. So the thing is that when this is running in the future, okay, sometimes it may look a different way than it actually appears because the market hasn't followed through in market price yet. So this right here is good to know, and for you guys' experience, you may want to jump in earlier. But the actual mathematics and the methodology of what the strategy is once we have confirmation. So once we actually get confirmation, that's when like all the stars are lined up, and then now you got to get your glasses for the eclipse, like, you know, or else you're gonna miss it, you know. But that's how it works. So this is the third part. So basically, when you put all of these together, okay, what you get is this, okay, which is like one awesome trading setup, okay. And my price bars, like I use line right here. You can bring it back to the price bars here, okay. It's just my style is I like to use this area. I like my stuff really clean, okay. And pretty much when you have this running with the alerts, all of these alerts, these bullish signals that are happening, they all happen synchronicity with each other. So you'll never miss an opportunity again once you know how to play the game. All right. So the complete package with the indicators just comes with the bullish bearish alerts, the trend direction indicator, and the oscillator, which is a total of 3. Okay. And that's like a really good starter pack for somebody if you didn't know anything and you catch them. I have this on a 4-hour chart, but if you want more signals, all you gotta do is just change the time frame. Okay. All right, this is a faster trend right here. It's like on a 5-minute, and it's turning up, and it's maybe for the next 5 or 6 hours. You know, I mean, I have friends that trade this. Me personally, I don't like these smaller trends. Okay, so and it's just basically because like the waves that I like to catch. All right, I like to catch big waves. Okay, big waves to me are like 300-400 points. It's just my trading style. Okay, for a guy that likes to catch smaller waves or scalp the market, this is more for him because he can go to a 5-minute and, you know, hit the market for a couple of points and get out. Okay, it all goes on the trader style. Okay, so let me put this back to a 4-hour. Okay, and what's cool about TradingView is that when you get this package, you can click over once you create a watch list from market to market, and you can instantaneously see what potential opportunities are available. Okay. All right. So that's this product here, which is just the indicator package. Okay. Now we're going to get into some sizzle, which is the auto. So for you that want to go up to the next stage. Now the auto, okay, is if you're US, it's all buys. So it looks like this. Okay. And basically is that you know, we have our bullish alerts. Okay, and then on the second graph, we have just our buy histo. Okay, let me put some lines in here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, and right here. So that first dollar sign, again, is right here. Now what's cool is these are clues. And part of being a good surfer and trending is the clues. It looks like a good wave. Okay, it looks like a good wave. You don't know, but you got to be prepared. Okay, and these clues on the bottom, you know, these emojis are the clues, because when you get that dollar, right away you're thinking, hey, you know, pretty soon we're going to get this histo and I'm going to get this bullish alert, and then now this is the big opportunity that I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this for 2 or 3 weeks. You know, now that all goes depending on what time frame you're looking at. If you're in a 5-minute, you could be looking at the next 2 or 3 hours. Okay, but when you're on a 4-hour chart, okay, you have to wait maybe a week or 2 weeks for things to set up. So the anticipation of what you're about to accomplish when it's in motion and it's actually happening is high. okay? Because you're waiting for it, okay? Now, what's really cool about the technology that we have, a lot of guys say, well, how do I know your system works, or how do I know that it works? Okay, well, this is what I call like under the hood, okay? It's called the strategy tester. And if a person has a true algorithm, okay, that algorithm is able to calculate and populate an equity curve, okay, which produces a result which is over a series of trades, a profit or loss. Here you're seeing that the last 8 trades on the Bitcoin teeter were profitable, 100%. Okay, and this is really cool because when you open this up, okay, you're able to change the date here, and this is going all the way back to July. But if I wanted to go back to the beginning of January, then I can see since the beginning of January it's up $5,500. Okay, and if I wanted to go back further, okay, let's say in here 1 year, 1 year would be 10, 26, 17. Okay, we got 15,812. Okay, and that's really cool because, you know, this is how you know that you have a winning methodology. And then this is the homework that you do. You want to be good at something, you want to be great, you got to research, you got to study. You say, well, what do I study? Well, here you got the all-in-one package, okay? Because you got endless markets. There's over 100 markets there, okay? And then when you're able to utilize this product, apply the technology, then this also populates a list of trades, and you're able to go through trade by trade if you wanted to. This last trade was worth $332, okay? And this was on the 9th to the 10th. And the one prior was worth 211, and the one prior was worth 197. Like, this won't change. It's not like you say, like, hey, like, you know, let me take a look at it again to make sure that your numbers are real. No, the same thing I'm showing you here, it's in the cloud, uploaded. It's called technology. So, you know, as you take this journey in trading, you're going to learn that different people have different technology and trading styles, and it's just evolution of the way things evolve, and we all learn how to become a better participant in this game. Okay, and what you're just learning from me is just the tools in my world that my guys, my friends, and me, like these are our tools, our toys that we play with every day. So when you're coming in there and you're competing in this marketplace and you say, hey, I want to make money in this crypto, well, when you see these tools, this is who you're competing against. So if you don't have tools like this, your odds dramatically decrease of being successful. I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm not saying that you can't win, but education is what prevails, and education is the future. And this is an educated way of trading as a business to make money in the marketplace. This isn't blindly OCOs and, not saying that doesn't make money, but this is more of an analytical world, and this is what people will get paid $2 or $3 million a year to sit up there on Wall Street to do. This is how they manage hedge funds and 401ks. And this right here is a performance summary which shows you these statistics. So these are all different things that you can study per market so that you know that you feel really comfortable within the trade methodology that you're doing. Now let me put this back. Okay. So, and it's really cool because you don't have to, you can just work with this in here. And go back to 7, 8. And if you wanted to say, well, hey, how much should it make if I started in September? Well, all you gotta do is change that 7 to a 9. Okay, and since September, there's been 2 trades, $543. Now, maybe that's not enough trades for you. Okay, but to make $543, okay, the margin on that was maybe $100. So you got over like 100% on that. But maybe those trades didn't happen when you wanted them to happen. Like, this is a 4-hour chart. And so you study so that you become a better trader. You can understand, hey, okay, well, this trade happened on the 18th. You go to your list of trades. Okay, you take a look at what it's in currently on the 15th. You take a look at the previous trade, okay, that it got out of, and you do your research and you study. Okay, if you're not willing to do those research and different things, I mean, it's okay because the auto does it automatically, but you're depriving yourself of of all that information to become a better person and better a better participant. This and then wrapping this up, this trading view gives us the ability to use like a four screen. So on this example here, like this is automation, and I'm able to watch all four markets simultaneously, and then I'm able to at a glance know where I'm making my money. So on this four pair, I made all my money on Civic this month. This month, that's what was hot. It wasn't the Ripple, it wasn't the Steam, it wasn't the Ethereum. They went to sleep. They weren't trending, you know. And once you start to, the better your approach that you take, and I just put these little arrows in, I just want to just point out in particular, okay, that the Ripple, okay, the Steam, okay, and the Ethereum have all been bearish. So that's going to be the next expectation, is that maybe coming in here this next week, okay, with everything for everybody that has the robot, that we start to see these systems engage. Like it looks right here, like the Steam is just starting to just turn up here. And I can do another presentation for you guys and show you, some winning trades with you guys that are doing the auto. And that's it.
That was awesome. Now, one other thing I want to know is like with the strategy tester, is there a way to say how much money we invested? Like I think that there's a place where you clicked on it and within the boxes that you fill in, yeah, the properties. Where is it that you put in how much money you originally invested? Ooh, is right
Well,
here that
yeah,
initial
yeah,
capital?
yeah. You can change this, and then it'll change it reflective in the report
Okay,
and the
that's what I want to figure out.
percentage right down here.
So if I put $100 in there, then I would have profited 543.
Yeah, and then the profit is not going to change. The percent is going to change. So when you go change that, you got to go over here, and you got to look at percentage return on the account, which is
Like I'm trying to figure out if I put in $100, then what would have so I would have profited like a certain percentage of that $100.
yeah,
Nice.
it's I think your percentage of what you get, your average trade percentage it gives you right here, and then over here on your performance summary, all right, it has it in there. It's a little bit sometimes difficult with the exact when you talk about account balance, because this is this is Tether, and a lot of these the TradingView platform, like if we were doing another instrument, when we go to U.S. dollars, like if it was a stock instrument, it's already price scaled at U.S. dollars. When you do crypto instruments, okay, they're not calculated. Maybe on the next upgrade of the Team Viewer. So over here, these are the statistics it gives you, okay, but I don't see an actual, all right, percent on $100, okay, inside of this. So you might not be able to use it for certain products. It may work on the Ether, okay, and just might not work on the Tether.
Okay. Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense. All right, John, you're the best. I mean, Joe. Sorry, Joe. We guys, the Crypto Pro Elite product that I think that you probably had the link before. I sent it in the chat box. If you want to click on that and kind of see, the vendor that is selling his product right now, and they are getting this product on a VPS. Is that right?
Yeah, they pretty much like when somebody gets the auto, the way it works is it comes completely set up, whereas like we deliver it to you like within 24 hours. Okay, like we worked out like and streamlined the whole process, and then you get a VPS which is encrypted. Okay, and then pretty much all you do is log in through the VPS and click the start button, and at that point, okay, you're in the game. And you don't have to worry about running your computer all the time, and you follow along with it, just like what I'm showing you here. Like when it takes the trades, you'll be able to go over to this and see where the difference is. I mean, it'll be, it'll be this minus the commission or the spread, okay? But it'll be right around it within a few dollars, okay, that you see in this strategy tester. And you're on your way at that point. And different markets have different frequencies. It all depends on the trend. That's why, like, you want to get the trading view and upgrade. So you got yourself like a 4 screen like this, okay? Or you can have like a 6 screen, and then you just leave it alone. And then you just let it come to you.
It's so
Let the signal
exciting.
come to you. What's really cool about this trading view is that I go over to here, right? Okay, and this is called the crypto screener. Okay, and I set this for the Polo exchange. Okay,
Okay.
and then they have a rating system, and you can just drag this box right over like this. You can just that's what I do, and I take this one here with the volume. These are just little tricks people
Nice.
do. Okay, because when you sort this, one way of sorting this is by volume. Okay, so you always want to look in there like what's the highest volume on the day. Okay, that's representing liquidity. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And and then over in here, which is the rating, okay, this is good, but it's good to know that you got volume behind it. If your volume is low, okay, then your rating isn't really that good. Okay, so
Yeah.
basically in there is that like if I was doing in here by the rating, the volume looks okay. All I have to do is just click that button, okay,
Yes, I
automatically
love it.
changes the chart over. Now, when you see the chart come up like this, that means there's not that much data. This is a new instrument. So I wouldn't recommend this one because there's not enough data on this. Okay? So even
Yeah.
though it's a strong buy, it needs more time. You gotta, like, I call this LBC, let the cake bake.
Wait, what does LBD stand for?
Let the cake bake,
Oh, I
you know.
love it.
All right, so let's do
LBD.
another market here, okay?
Let
And
go.
yeah, so like when stuff comes up like this, it's not the program. It has to really do with the decimal value, okay? For some of these pairs that's on, remember, there's 114 pairs. It doesn't mean all of them are liquid, okay? When you go here, every exchange, no matter if it's Polo, Binance, Kraken, okay, they're gonna have their liquid markets and their illiquid markets. So if
Yeah.
you're going through this and you're just getting started, like if you just got this program today, first thing you want to do, okay, all right, is use it. One of the ways of using it is this, creating your watch list. So like you go over here to the right, you clear the symbols, okay, and then now you go in here and you do this thing. I mean, you can search by other stuff, high, low, so there's various ways you can do it. Me personally, I like volume. So I see what's happening with volume. I see what's happening in the rating. Okay, then I start to go down here. Now this is something that you do in the morning. Okay, um, there you go. Fix the chart. Something you do in the morning, like when you get your coffee, and you start your day.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like reading the paper, but the difference is that this gives back, okay, to you because like
Yeah.
you're learning so much about taking control of your future. Now I'm gonna go back more days so that it'll populate more signals because remember this is only buying, So when you got something that's always buying like this, if it's not trending, you got to go to another market. But this right here looks like this is trending. And look, I don't even know what market this is, but you can see in here, like with the simple rules, like, you see how it's green down here and it's long, it's
Yeah.
going up. So if I got the robot, okay, I'm not limited to the portfolio, the markets that we offer, okay? If you started with the robot today, okay, you're going to be on this 4 hour here, okay? But it doesn't mean that you couldn't go back over to here, take this symbol. I don't even know what market this is, but it's in the green. And that's all I need to know really to play this game is that if it's in the green, it's going up. Okay.
Yeah.
Add to watch list. Okay. And then when I add this to the watch list, over here, I can take this symbol, okay, and then automatically put it into the robot, okay. And like, this is a little bit advanced, okay, that we're going to be doing webinars for guys like with the robot, so that they know how to use their tools. Because like, if you got the robot from us and you just say, hey, you know what, I just want to just turn this on and just do nothing. Well, yeah, that's true, but also there's some things you got to take responsibility for. It's your money. You see? You
I
know?
call it
And
like you can take the Ferrari and go 0 to 60 with the stick shift. So you can let it on autopilot like the Tesla, but you can also go 0 to 60 and take the reins, right?
yes, and that's what I'm trying to say is that, like, if you want the Tesla, that's how you're getting it from us. Okay? It's conservative, okay? Yes, there's other trades that can be taken. Yes, there's always an opportunity in this. I mean, there's hundreds of fucking coins, okay? So there's always going to be opportunity in here, okay? And if you wanted to take that extra step, then you could go in here and you could change your symbol, with learn how to change the symbols, okay, with the robot, and then every morning do a different market if you wanted to. It's your
Yeah.
money, you're in control of it, okay. If you follow the rules, okay, it's a methodology, okay. It's going to be the same in one market versus another. And in our game right now, if it's green and it means it's trending within that condition. And then you might say, well, how do I know if the trend is over? Well, this moving average here. So let me just pull this up. Okay. You notice it's green and it's red. So if I said, oh, I want to get in right away, well, that means that I could buy this. And they say, well, where's my stop loss? Well, my stop loss can be when this turns red. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm wrong and it turns red, well, then hey, this might be a bad idea. Okay, but if it stays green, then it could be a great idea. And if you catch it in the beginning when it turns green, it could be super duper idea, because that's where our technology is going to put you in. Every time when you look at this, you're going to see the similarity, the synchronicity, the craftsman stuff in the work, like American made, GMC,
Yeah.
Even though I got a Chevy.
Exactly. Hey, yeah. You got the engine changed. Can you lay the Fibonacci on this grass?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, the Fibonacci thing is over here, on the thing. I'm a big advocate in it. Okay, you can take it like right here, and then you have it, and then now you have all the levels. Sometimes it happens. Okay, okay,
Oh,
you
wow.
know, and then you have stuff like this. I mean, there's different ways you can do it. I mean, like, a lot of times, like, what I do. Okay, like, let's say I'm updating, right? I just show you some of my work.
Huh.
Okay. So this is some of my work. You see that happy face right there? That's me. Okay.
Oh,
That means
wow.
like that means the market um was in a major trend line down. Okay. And then it started forming a pennant, and then now it's going to break either way from this pennant. All the cryptos right now have been trending down. This last move in September, we all caught this trend. And we were just talking the other day. You were like, hey, well, when is this thing going to move, right? Well, I'm just letting you know that it's more than one market that's been consolidating. Okay, it's just not hasn't been like we got a bad basket. Like, yeah, there's some coins that are moving, but a lot of these major players like the Ethereum, the Litecoin, the Bitcoin Tether, the Stellar, they all been in this consolidation period. You see what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
getting ready, I think, to just like really break out. And we just gotta just be prepared for this, because we're coming into a new month, and like we could be within like 2 or 3 weeks of the most incredible markets that we have ever seen. Especially since like it's more than one market that's doing this. That means it's going to be explosive when it goes.
Well, we have
But
like with New York City just approving the custody with the USDC coin coming out, with Coinbase showing a plethora of, I think, about 37 coins that they're potentially they have listed on their app, but it says they're not listed right now, but they're getting ready to turn the light on any day now. And then you have December 12th back getting ready to release Bitcoin futures, and then you have the traditional all-time high for the last 5 years, the last 2 weeks in December and the first 2 weeks in January. So I definitely, on a fundamental, like historical, cyclical system, I definitely know and feel that that December 12th opening date for Backed was purposely positioned in that all-time high. Now, my worry is, are they going to take? Are they jumping in to take all the profits, all the stop losses, and do those tricky trader tricks to take it all at the end of the year? And then I'm wondering, will we have a vertical up and a plateau, or will we go vertical up and vertical back down? So I'm super excited to have this software. I'm so thankful and grateful that you made it. I just need to learn the indicators of a downward spiral, so that at the end of in the second week of January, this is what I'm trying to figure out. Do I just jump out and take total profit and wait for it to drop? But what if it's like plateaued? Like, what would you do at that point? Or do you just, again, follow the fundamentals, and you get in and get out, and then you just wait for the next one? Is that how a technical trader runs its monetary system?
well, I mean, it all depends. Okay. It all depends on what on what's the risk, tolerance level of the trader, the type of trader you are. Like everyone has to distinguish what type of trader they are. Okay. And the thing is that the technology, okay, is good for putting you in at the beginning. Now, once the game starts, okay, if you decide to jump off the train, I mean, everybody's on their own. We're never gonna know a perfect time to get out of the market, okay? But we
Right.
know that if we catch the trends in the beginning, okay, we got the most to gain. So, this moving average, okay, is really good because it works in synchronicity. So, like, if we were in this trend, this was like a killer trend. Like this one here, right? Like, there's some markets this month that still made money. There's so many markets. You understand what I mean? Like, what it takes in there is, like I was telling you the other day, like, you know, you have a really good support system, a team, and you have the tools, and then you're really able to utilize, okay,
Yeah.
the tools, because you're able to write down, do your homework. Now, one person can do this, okay? It may take you an hour to do or hour and a half to do. It's part of becoming a better trader. You can do it market by market, but I call it the intuitive trader. And the intuitive trader would have did his homework, and they would have found this. Like, this was a gem right here, because the reason why I say it, anytime that you have, first thing I do is I look at the histo and I put the arrow here. Okay, when you read the chart, you look at the date on the bottom. So the date on this is September 18th. The intuitive trader may have picked this up September 18th and held it all the way through this whole trend. And right now, this is over 30 days. You know what I mean? There's nothing that's saying, hey, you got to get out the trade right away. This is like, I'm telling you, like, really surfing. And you can use the Fibonacci, and this is why I really appreciate Derek's work, and I really admire him. Okay, because you know um it's all along the lines of the work that I'm doing. Okay, and he's like a master at it, and it's complementary to to really, evolving to becoming a better trader, you know, through here.
Dennis
So
asks, can we see a few months of trading results? Yeah, the strategy tester will show you that. The strategy tester is amazing.
yeah, the strategy tester.
Like take
Okay.
that one. If you look at that, I'm laughing at the basic attention token. I think it's hilarious because coming from more of a fundamental perspective for the last 18 months and really vetting out and finding out, who's on the team, I kind of feel a little bit like an idiot because I'm like, oh my God, the major money to be made is just all in the numbers and in the charts. Whether it's a good team or not, they may just have a one hit wonder, but I can make some money on that, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, now each market has to be adjusted depending on the lot size. Okay, so when, let's say I have this product, okay, and I put it on the basic, okay, and I look at the net profit, and my net profit, it starts off and it looks like there's 5 zeros there. Okay, that means you need to make an adjustment. Okay, when we make an adjustment, we come over here to the lot size. Okay, and the adjustment is being made because of the decimal value. Okay, because it's going dot 0.00004. So don't let those numbers intimidate you. You go up here to lot size, you put in 10,000. Okay, you see how it changed it to 04, 43 cents. And basically this is all part of the TradingView program. Like they're upgrading this and consistently making it better. Okay, and this is one of the issues that they're addressing. And they'll update this where it automatically adjusts per market. You won't have to do this at some point, maybe in another month. But for
Oh,
right now, okay, you need to make this adjustment per market that you do. Okay, so
yes.
let's say I make this adjustment and I do it here. Okay, and this is representing, I believe, rounded to the nearest one. Okay, so on 8 trades, you got $426. Okay, and it was a killer run. And if you're following these basic rules, the ones that we're going over, okay, and then you do these, brainstorming sessions that you guys got going on, which I think are just really good. And I think like, um, I'm going to talk to Derek, because, I think I really value his opinion. And there's a lot of different techniques, okay, that he can show you guys, okay, that you can apply with this, okay, which can even enhance your trading more, So I really, really enjoy being a part of what you guys got going on, and and showing you in here really the power of evolution and education, and
Yeah.
becoming more educated. And if you can catch these trades like right at the beginning, like I'm saying, like you could spend the time. And I'm just throwing this out there. It doesn't have to be you. It could be anyone. I mean, you could have a son, or a daughter, 18 or 19, or just starting off, make money in there for college. It's like this is like because crypto is something in there where it's universal. You can be like retired, and you can also be a millennium bunny, and still play the game, okay, with these tools. There's no age restriction. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And you can spend the time in the morning, okay, once you got this product, and then just go through and make notes. I mean, look at this one. This was another killer one, okay? And these are different markets. Like, see, and this is where you come in, Susie, because you can kind of take a look at all of these, and then you can be like, hey, I like this on the list, like, and it's things that are complementary that go into your watch list. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then and that's how we work together as a team, and how other people can participate, because the thing is that now, right, together as a whole, okay, now we all can learn together, and learning's fun. You see that everybody can have their own, their own little Ferrari, okay, and
Exactly.
to play with.
We have a question, Joe. So I want to teach Dennis how he can see the trades that the bot did. So can you do just pick anyone, maybe the XRP trade that just kind of went through and through the on the chart, if you pull up the Ripple, the Ripple high that just happened, and then
Uh,
go down through the strategy tester. Dennis, when you're looking at Joe's screen on the left hand side, he's on strategy tester. When you see that star, that is his bot. That's his software. Okay, so the beauty of this is that the bot's using the same software that you're seeing applied to this chart. The strategy tester would have alerted the same trades for your bot to activate. So Joe, can you put the chart for Ripple so he can kind of see, like, if you
yep.
were invested in Ripple with your chart? We'll go through the strategy tester to show that.
Okay.
I'm
Second.
not sure, like, yeah, is that the, okay. All right. And then, so
Okay.
this, yeah, do you want to explain to Dennis, like, what this is? And then you can literally click on the performance summary and the list of trades so he can kind of understand what the journey that bot would have taken his money through with this Ripple. If this
Okay.
was your chosen alert pair, Dennis.
Okay. All right. Let me explain this. Okay. So pretty much in here, this is the Ripple Bitcoin. Okay. And what I'm showing you in here, like we all caught this move. Okay. And this could be you right now. This next time coming up. All right. When this thing turned up in here, and I'm pointing it out and emphasizing it with the arrows. Okay. Right here, and we got the first dollar sign. That was the beginning of this move.
So the
Okay.
bot would have bought in it that day, right?
Yes, and you see, I want to point it out. You see where the date is on there, Susie, where it says the 18th of September.
Yeah.
Okay. I take that date. Okay, and I go here to my strategy tester.
And what can I tell them what that is? Because this is so important. The
Yeah.
strategy tester is his equity check, almost like do you call it an equity checker?
No,
Um,
equity curve.
Equity curve.
Equity curve.
Okay. So what I'm learning is there's trade signals out there that are just, from someone manually saying what they think is going to happen, that doesn't have this powerful brain behind them the size of like a house that's making all these calculations to determine this. So what his system does to validate the program's trades is it literally back tests the data too. So I think, and so basically he's instilled a quality checker, kind of like checks and balances with our government, right? You have all those different agencies kind of checking out each other. So Joe's literally has created a tester to test his own strategy because he wants to make money, and this is his own checker. Is that correct, Joe? Did I understand you when you taught me this, Joe? Oh my gosh, we lost Joe. Oh no, Joe, are
Okay,
you?
can you hear me?
Oh
Can you
yeah, I
hear
can
me?
hear
Okay.
you now.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, that's absolutely correct. I mean, pretty much in my world in here, okay, it's called quantitative analysis. Okay, these are the tools that we use to build quantitative quants. Okay, and what a quant is an algorithm that uh, is completely automated, hands-free, that works directly with the exchange. And there's analytical tools that we use when we create hedge funds or portfolios for guys, okay? And this is an extension of them tools, okay? This isn't the best tool, okay? This is a really good program, this TradingView, okay? And the functionalities of this TradingView, this is some of the different tools that they allow in there to have a really good product and really good technology where different developers like myself can offer products like this to customers. You understand what I mean? They created the host, which
So they created the strategy tester, and it's being tested against your specific trade then. Is that right?
well, basically each platform. Okay, we can be on MT4, we can be on IB. Interactive Brokers, okay? Um, you know, each different platform that has code, which can be on TradeStation, they have their own analytical tools,
Oh,
okay? This TradingView, what makes them special is for multiple reasons, okay? Because they created this all-in-one affordable package where they have all these different things you can use with it, okay? And the thing is that for the average person, okay, that's selling a product on TradingView, they might not be able to offer all the different functionalities of what TradingView can do through their product. So so the thing is that you're not really unlocking TradingView with your product, okay? Like you're doing with us, okay? Because when you get it, that our product is an algorithm, okay, where you're able to use the strategy tester, okay? You're able to use the crypto scanner and scan all the different markets. You see what I mean?
so your
You know,
product is activating all the bells and whistles, all the rooms you can go into, all the bathrooms work, the it's cooking, the fire, the gas is on, the electricity's working. It turns your office into fully activation ready to rock and roll.
that's exactly correct. You're creating your future, okay, and unlocking all the possibilities that you could do, okay, and ever would ever imagine or achieved. You know, and that's what TradingView, you know, and that's what TradingView did, and it's all cloud based, so you can do it right over your phone, and that's the beauty of it.
Right. So if I'm working, so I work for like companies like Bridgewater and Stack Capital and Fifth Street Finance, right? So basically, but I was on the more the event side. But I saw the money, honey, in those events, right? That's as much as I can say. Great company, great people, go like any day. But this is the magic that made my parties happen then. This is how those banks and those hedge funds, they were busting a move with technology like this, doing trades for them because goodness gracious, I know that those little teeny bopper teenagers being busted from New York City, they were young, man. So they had to have some super system like this to go off of.
Yeah, I mean, look, technology like this is nothing new. Okay, it exists out there, and you know, it's just gonna keep getting better. Okay, you know, with these algorithms. Let me fix this thing. This chart here. Oh, it's right here.
But this is what the big dogs are doing. They're running some information like this to make sure that they win. Like this strategy tester says, the Ripple won 71% of the time.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly correct. Like, let's look at this, like, for an example. I want to give you an example. Okay. All right. This algorithm here, okay, all right, is 71% profitable. Okay. You can go through it, okay, on all the trades that happened and took place. Now let's think about those odds. Okay. 71% profitable. Okay. Now the statistics of actually being successful, okay, are less than 50%. And now here you got a system to follow that's 71%. So right away you're gaining an advantage over everyone else. So
Wow.
if you pulled up next to my car in your Hyundai and then I'm in my Ferrari, okay, you're not gonna beat me on the 10 flat. Like it's not gonna happen. So the thing is that like what happens is that like you know there's a educational gap, okay, where people are not really being educated on the different ways or how technology evolved of how they could be, you know, maximizing, okay, their expectation. Okay, so what happens is that you have a high expectation. I want to make money in crypto. I want to win the race. I want to win the race. And then when you pull up to go win the race, now you got a guy like me that I got a Ferrari. Like my system's 71% accurate. Like I'm sitting there and I'm revving my engine because like, hey, I know already that I have the odds to win. Now you and your Hyundai, where's your analytic statistics? Okay, and you see, the more you become educated, the more you want to research this, and you want to be like, wow, okay, well, this is what it did on the trades, and you see how like the trade list comes up.
Yeah, well, can you
Okay,
check one thing out for me? I was playing with this today with one of my students, and we changed the 4 hour to 5 minutes, and then I went to 1 hour and watch and see how the statistical percentage changes. So change that to like 5 minutes because I was trying to deter like 5 minutes, yeah. So let's look at that. So look, if we were working on a stick shift and changing it to 5 minutes, 78%. Now change the 5 minute to something like higher than that, and go to like 40. Oh, yeah, 1 hour. That's fine. Oh, it stayed on 5 minutes. Hold on, check it again.
okay.
Or maybe it did go to 1 hour. Let's see.
No, no,
There we
it
go.
went there. Like right here, it sometimes that
Oh,
one
okay.
doesn't move, but you see it here in the window. This is the
Yeah.
1 hour.
So
Go ahead.
I just thought this was such a cool discovery today. I was like, oh my gosh, because Jeff and I were trying to figure out how do we take this and take it to the best level. And we were determining, well, is 4 hours where we want to go? Because sometimes I just want to go 0 to 60. And so we did that time frame change and saw how like the percentage profitability changes. And at the end of the day, I think your 4 hours was it was either like 5 minutes or 4 hours. But I think that you got to take consideration the taxes. Like every time you're doing a trade, I think we're supposed to like report that. That's awful. This will be the first year that I'm actually like I didn't liquidate until 2018 on purpose because I didn't know how to do my taxes with this. So I'll let you guys know in January what happens. But I think that the least amount of trades is better. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not so much the least amount of trade; it's quality trades. You see, and
Okay.
that's why you come over here to your crypto scanner because you know you can mastermind, okay, and with your friend, okay, and with your group, your colleagues, and you can go through. There's over 100 pairs here, okay, and Binance has more pairs, and Kraken has more pairs. So the thing is that I mean I like Binance because they got like the number one volume, you know. So I like Polo and Binance. Okay, but either one is good. But the whole thing is that you can utilize this functionality within TradingView, and you can build yourself a portfolio of maybe like 20 quality markets on the 4 hours. So like when this market goes to sleep, like it's sleeping now. Okay, look, this thing stop making money in October. It doesn't mean that you throw the baby away with the bathwater. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so did you guys sell at that you sold at that point though?
Exactly. Everybody on my team, we caught this move up. We closed out the last trade. When you go look at the system, okay, and you go to the strategy tester.
Yeah, can you click on the trade so you can see Dennis wants to see the actual trade. So if you
Okay.
click on that list of trades to the right, yeah, yeah, there you go, Dennis. Look at that. Those are the actual trades that happened.
And if you notice the date right here, Susie, on the last trade, okay, the last trade was 9:30. Okay, that's September 30. It's been sleeping for a month. It's a little baby. Let it sleep.
And
It's
then
not ready yet. But when it's ready, then that's when, you make the money. You go to another market, You don't try to force something that's not there. That's all I'm trying to say. And
yeah.
you set the expectation, okay, with the right condition to where you can actually, achieve. And right now, like that's usually how it works. The market breaks in its trend. Okay, let's go back to the chart a second. Okay, and you can see the beginning of the trend was September 18th, and from September 18th, look, it actually went from 42 all the way up to like 11,000. Like, you know how much of a move that is? That's an insane move in 1 week, over 1,000%. Okay, and the thing is nobody knows when that's going to happen. The only thing we know is that I can get you a ticket, okay, to the game. Okay, I don't know who's going to win the game, but I can get you a ticket in the front seat so you can be there and you can play. And you know what? There's going to be times when this thing does go, and guess what? You're going to be in it, and you're going to be like, Joe, I can't believe it. I just made fucking 800 points out of the market. Can I take you out to dinner? And I'm going to
Yeah,
say yes.
exactly. I'll be coming to New Jersey. We're
And I'll
going.
let, I'll
Oh,
let you,
no.
I'll let you know I like red wine. And
All
that's
right,
just
good.
how it
Yeah,
works.
you can
Okay?
deliver there. Oh my God, that's awesome. So, now we have one more question. Dennis wants to know when you were looking at those trades, and I almost want to unmute you, Dennis, if you want to, if Joe, you're okay with that. He's got some questions. He's really excited, and he wants to see if the red were losses. So, he said the numbers in red are losses question mark.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. And also, all right, everything can be done in proportion. Okay, so if I lower my gearing, okay, you can change that's called your leverage. So you can change that as well. I just want to just point that out. I don't
Well,
know if you did you notice what I did here, Susie?
no, no. So you're moving
Okay.
the lot size?
Well, the lot size, what this is this controls, okay, the
Satoshi,
total. Yeah. Controls the total volume that we're doing. Okay, so if you look at the last trade, it's $43. Okay, and if I want to see if I want to increase my volume, I add a zero.
What
Okay,
does that volume mean? Like, so I thought we said lot size so they would show you in the Satoshi because Satoshi has 8 figures to the right of the decimal point. I guess I was thinking that it has to do with that, but
Uh,
so is lot size meaning the amount of money you started with?
no, lot size. Okay, has to do with leverage. Okay, which has to do with, all right. Uh, what's the total amount that you're investing? Okay.
Okay, so
Now, everything is based off of one. So, like, if we come back over here, let's just go back over to this a second, which is our strategy test.
when you say like, is that a dollar amount or is that saying that you bought 10,000 Ripple?
That's a dollar amount, okay,
So you're
depending on
saying that
how
you're
much.
investing $1 million?
No. The lot size, okay, what this is inside this trading view, okay, on the next version when they upgrade, okay, it'll automatically adjust the lot size per market. It doesn't have that in there. So depending on what market you go to, okay, the way the price is quoted is by decimal value. Okay,
Okay, so let them
for
know
the
that
market, go ahead.
when he says market, you guys, it means coin. So when he says it adjusts to your market, so because we have this Ripple, they're using Bitcoin to buy Ripple. I believe what he's saying is that the market is the Ripple market or the Bitcoin market, or this is the pair. So I think what this is that he's creating this so that it's going to show you satoshis like the 0.008, but you're adjusting the lot size to reflect the way that we read Bitcoin. Is that right?
Yeah, the lot size is making the conversion, okay, so that we can display the price in U.S. dollars.
So how do
That's
I
the best
know
net
what to make it
desperation.
like
Well,
why
everything is based off of one, okay? And your question to how do I know? Okay, it all depends on how many zeros. If you look at on the right hand side, okay, the
yeah.
price is quoted in 0.000000800. Depending on how many zeros that is, okay, that will reflect how many zeros you have to put. The first number is always one, and then the zeros is what you adjust.
Yeah, so that's the
It's
Satoshi
pretty
value.
easy.
Right.
Yeah. Like once you got it, it's pretty easy. Okay, it just depends on what symbol it is to the zeros.
But how
You
does that
know,
impact the strategy tester showing the positive and negatives, like the wins and the losses? Like I think Dennis was wanting to look at the list of trades. Yeah. and he's saying like, see that profit, the
That
$141. That just means there was a loss.
well, first of all, let me answer this two ways.
Okay.
Okay. First is how would reflect the change in the total amount. Okay. So if you look at the last trade, it's $438. True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that
Now,
that's a profit?
yes, like if you start
Okay.
when you read these equity, well, when you read this, it's called the trade history. You read this left to right, which on the left hand side is 21, okay, and that's the ticket ID, okay, and then it shows you where it says entry long bullish, okay, and
Yeah.
then what's next is the timestamp. The
Okay.
timestamp is the date that it was executed. So this trade was executed on 2018 9/26, okay, which is September 26th, okay. Then
Okay.
you follow that along, and then this is the price that it was executed at, okay. If you notice, it's
Yeah.
0.0000873.
I just say 8,743 Satoshi. That's how we read it, or it's
Yeah,
I teach everybody that. Because there's
yeah,
like 100 million Satoshi in each Bitcoin, so you've executed the Bitcoin value beautifully.
yes, that's
But
exactly
the
right.
wonderment is like the profit, is that assuming that you invested $100, $1,000? Like, how do they get that profit percentage, or is it some kind of configuration that is based on $1 or something? I don't know.
Well, I mean, the thing is that the way you calculate that, okay, is that you take the entry and the exit price, okay, and then it calculates to a total amount. Right on this example here, the total amount is $438. Okay, all right. Now to round this to $1, so where it would be at, let's say $100 invested. Okay, you have to take away one decimal.
Where did you
So
move that? Where did you make a change?
okay, at the lot
Oh, the
size.
500 went to 50, or
Well, you see where I have the lot size?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, if you look at the last trade, it's $43.80. True.
Yeah.
Okay. When I add the zero there, it's $438. Okay.
Okay, so
The, the lot size, okay, is an increase or decrease, okay, in leverage. That's what I'm trying to say.
well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, all right, say I'm going to put $100 in there, and I want to see what my $100 would have grown to be. What number do I put in there to make it $100 invested?
Right here, you'd be at 8. So it'd be $43 profit on $100. That's how much you would have made on that trade.
Okay, so that's like the one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So I do a 1 and 7 zeros.
Yes.
Does TradingView have a way to teach you this?
No, well, see, when they do the next upgrade, it'll automatically adjust.
And
Okay,
will it tell you
okay.
based on $100 or $300 invested?
Well, yeah, like on the next upgrade, it'll do that stuff. But right now, it doesn't.
All
And
right.
it's not that hard. We can get you a list to follow. I mean, everybody in there that that utilizes it, it's just it does it with everything except for the other markets. Anything that has to do with crypto, that's how they just didn't do the upgrade yet.
Okay. So like if we had just invested $100, we would only have $43 to win off of. But if we had like
Well, on
10,000,
on that particular trade, okay,
okay.
yes. So and then like that's 40%, okay,
Yeah.
and 4 days or
Nice.
5 days. What the 26 and 30? What is that? Is that 10? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Or how many days is that?
Well, well, I think like it looks like. Oh wait, hold on. Exit long term. I don't know. What is the beginning date again? From some
It,
August. 11.
if you take a look on here where the line is like entry long, bullish, and the date
4 days.
was
Yeah, 4 days.
9/26. Yeah, 4 days. Okay, $43 return on $100 investment. That's 43%.
Nice.
There's no way the banks you're not going to get that at the banks.
No. Oh my God, my girlfriend was like, Susie, should I put my $200,000 or my maybe it's 20,000 in a 0.1% increase? I'm like, no, the dollar's gonna diminish like 30% in the 18 months. You have to beat the 30% mark. We're like in a very bad fiscal situation. You're not even going to like exceed the inflation at 1%. Oh, we have to have this crypto work to actually beat what Ray Dalio said in September on Bloomberg, that the dollar is going to diminish. That it's in 18 months, he said that stimulus is going to run out. And so whatever that means, I haven't heard some. I just know that we need all the help we can get to maintain the integrity of our currency right now. So keep going. So let me see if there's any other. So someone said, Susie, compared to Crypto Booster, is this one equal to the booster? No, this is a completely different ballgame. The Crypto Booster, and which Joe has seen that's just basically when the entire market cap goes up, your profits go up, and then you'd have a tether feature that's coming soon, where you could like perch your profits and then you could buy back when the market goes down. But Miriam, this is really important stuff that you have to understand, because once you understand how to read the charts, you could look at the general market cap chart, right? Because the Crypto Booster is based on the overall market cap, in my personal opinion. So then you can say, ooh, I think the market overall is going to go down. And then you could tether everything in that booster and wait for the dip to go down. Does that, Joe, does that make sense to you? Because I know the booster is not your product, but they have that 401 crypto that I showed you. And instead of taking this knowledge and applying it to an individual coin or token, I think it's important that they could still take this and apply this Fibonacci to the overall market cap. Would that sound okay to you, Joe?
Yeah, exactly. But I would just say in there, to set the right expectation. If there's anything that you can, that learn from me for tonight, is set the right expectation according to how everything is on the chart, and then take a look at this volume. Like, you utilize this trading view and use these things because they make money, like volume and the rating, like those little simple things. And that's with or without, the sophisticated system. Like, I don't want to see anybody come in there and lose money, okay? But these are some of the things that they give you for free, even if you never use the system, and you just did what you had to do, that you can be successful. These little simple things, the volume and the ratings. Now if you got the system, then now you're ahead of everybody. Like, now you got like the new iPhone.
So that was great of Joe to show you everything that he uses TradingView.com for. You can get a free account in TradingView.com, and you can also find other software like Joe's software where you can apply it to TradingView.com and get the signals and maybe even link a bot to that also. I just thought it was really important that you know the options that you have as a trader as you're growing into your career and you decide to do this more full-time than part-time. See you on the next film.